Hello, everyone. Nadeem here with TXengineWerx. So one of the things that I run into is having to explain to customers why their intake valves and injection systems need to be serviced. Why over time um, things deteriorate. So when it comes to direct injection, the problem is when you have something injecting fuel directly into the cylinder, there's a lot of carbon buildup. There's potential of carbon buildup that happens. And the higher performance the engine is, the more carbon buildup or quicker you get carbon buildup. And that's why we see a lot of issues with clatter or rough running engine, things like that on higher end vehicles. We see this on like Range Rovers. They're known for this. BMWs, they're known for this. And then, a lot of the engines that are like supercharged, or, you start pushing that performance, and you're bound to get more carbon buildup because you're pushing more fuel through the system. Now, if it's indirect injection, then there is much less likelihood of carbon buildup just because the fuel is not directly inserted into the cylinder. So let me show you real quick what something like this will look like. So here are two valves before and after. So these are two systems that were cleaned out. Now in this case, they were cleaned out using the walnut shell method. So basically you have a machine that will spray a jet of walnut shells that will clean off all the carbon buildup. However, that's if your system is very bad and if you are going through a bunch of different cleanup jobs, like if you're doing several of them in a week. If you do a lot of these cleanup jobs, then yeah, walnut shell method works great. But there is an easier method. So one of the ways that we use is if the buildup is not too bad, then you can use a product from BG, which will get rid of that carbon buildup. And a lot of times we can even spray it while the engine is running. It is made to be run through the engine while the engine is running. And it will clean everything from the air intakes, from the intake side to the valves, everything. And it does not damage the pistons or the rings or anything like that. So that's an easy way to clean up your valves and guides and everything. The problem is you cannot get this product in the open market. It is a concentrated product, and you can't just buy it on Amazon or from somebody. I'm sure there's somebody selling it in the black market somewhere, but individuals cannot buy it from BG. Workshops can, and that's what we use. And the reason we use that is quick, it's easy, it cleans everything upstream and downstream. Everything gets cleaned. You don't have to worry about spraying particles into the engine or taking everything apart. A lot of times, if it's not bad buildup, then like if you do once a year type deal, you can just run it through your system and everything is good. You won't even need to open up anything to use the more drastic methods. So that's what we use is BG products to clean up this, and it's really great if you do open up the engine and you spray some in there and manually clean it up with the BG cleaner. You will notice that the carbon that's built up, it's like like in these valves, it's solid right now, but when you use the BG product, it like becomes like putty, not putty, but it comes like paste. It becomes goo, so it just kind of falls off. It just gets gooey. I don't know what's in the BG products, what their secret sauce is, but it works really well. So maybe something that you can run your vehicle, run it through your vehicle once in a while to keep it running in top shape. We see this a lot in a lot of the German car. Like I know, like Audis, BMWs, even Range Rovers. Any engine that is high strung, it's going to get this buildup, and specifically direct inject. And all these newer engines are going to be direct injected anyway. There are a lot of pros and cons, but the pros outweigh the cons, and that's why a lot of manufacturers out there are using direct injected engines. This is the con. The one con is you can have carbon buildup if it's direct injected. So it's one of those things, just routine maintenance. And if you clean them out every once in a while, you'll be good, and you won't have to worry about it. And that's what we do. So look into that BG product. If you can get the BG products cleaner to run through the engine, that's the thing to get. That thing works really well. And other than that, everybody, stay safe out there, and hopefully your vehicle stays running for years to come. I have a few old vehicles that I just tinker with, and these products that are coming out nowadays, like this BG product, these are just awesome products. We didn't have those like a few years ago, and you had to like open up the engines to clean them out, and it was a very labor intensive process. Now you just run this through and boom, everything is done. So everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you in the next couple of days.